This is a job I really enjoyed it. I got the angle twisted pretty good. This angle needs to be 8/10 angle.
So Danny and Taylor just finished the window tabs. Where are we gonna attack next?
Yep, we're gonna finish the downpipes now. He's tacking a tab on for the downpipe. Gonna put the front end back on. Cut the straight section off, make sure we cut it off behind the front end, add a V-band, and then we'll make the actual like mini bull horns. It won't be like real big like Eagle, probably like a 70-degree angle coming out. So we'll do all that. That way that's totally done. We can strip that off. We're trying to basically get to the point where we can yank this motor out and get it out of our way so we can start doing a bunch of the welding up front and getting closer to the powder coat. Got a lot of welding to do, so that's the biggest thing, is just finalize the last few little pieces of fabrication so that we can get all the way apart, because when we start welding this thing, we gotta flip it in circles and start sticking tape where there's welds that need to be finished still, so that we can locate them, double check it, triple check it, keep welding. The last thing you want to do is have a weld that you miss, send it powder coat, because you don't want to have to sand on a powder coated chassis. It's just not ideal for sure. Pull up measurement.
Yeah, just come down off that.
Yeah.
Off that weld after the fact.
Yeah.
But have them orientated roughly right there.
You could almost just to make them the same, like do it just dead center this, like where this.
Of this one.
Like the center of this bend. You're really close to there, but that might just give you, that way you can make both sides the same. Might be a teeny tiny bit behind that, but it's really close. Should still be fine, right?
Here. No, here. Yank it off.
Yeah, you'll be fine there.
How far?
You got,
this is like 1 3/16 inches.
you got plenty of room.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're on the bottom, you're behind that mark. And then by the time you get up here where that piece would be, you'll be way out farther.
Okay.
You should be fine.
Okay.
We can cut it.
Worst case.
Yeah, I think we're fine. We're totally fine. Yep. Okay.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go switch to the other side.
Yeah. Then I need to stitch the firewall too.
Cut this panel.
Yeah, we need to mark it.
Hey, that was a good idea, welding up that dash behind those tabs. It's pretty smart, Taylor. Pretty smart, bud.
So this is gonna be the basically basis of Mullet's throttle.
You want me to trace this inside or?
Yes, that is pretty much the throttle. We're gonna make this a little bit longer. That piece isn't exactly long enough to get over where it makes the cable happy. So we're gonna remake that from our standard deal, make it a little bit longer. Normally we only use that side piece on a pedal that's mounted from the bottom. So we kind of got a hodgepodge of pedal designs to make this work the best we can for the application, and that's what we got. We got a hanging pedal. It'll have a tow hook on it, so if the throttle ever got stuck, he can pull the pedal back with his foot manually. And yeah, should work pretty good.
The 360 loops, that's just two of the inside pieces of the main piece, right?
Highly technical job right here. Literally, if you don't have them right, you'll wish they were when you go to bolt the window in. That hole's really precise in that tab. A little too precise.
It's big. Well, it should be big. It might not be big.
What do you expect? This is like the third time we've come out here and you never listen to me.
I know. I need to get a pair.
We got to get you a pair of Brunts. That brings us to today's video sponsor, Brunt Workwear. And as you guys know, when we're out here on a job site or looking at stuff, I don't wear my Nikes because, well, you're not supposed to. Andrew's a bad example of what you're supposed to do out here. Brunt work boots, extremely comfortable from the day you slip them on. Every single time I've gotten a new pair, they're comfortable day one. They're heat, oil, and slip resistant, which is amazing. Brunt's been a long time sponsor of the channel, and what I love about my boots is I can literally wear them anywhere. And well, I don't wear them all the time, but as you can see, they hold up pretty good. We have a few guys in the shop that have had their boots a really long time, and they're still holding up really well. No break-in period. What's to be better than that? Brunt also encourages you to wear them on a job, and if you don't like them, you can send them back. If you're looking for any super comfortable workwear, make sure you check out Brunt Workwear. Just click the link in the description below to get $10 off your first purchase today with a risk-free trial. Just use code CJRace10 at checkout. Thanks, Brunt, for sponsoring today's video.
Still can't believe it.
I know. Cream Puff's finally leaving. Phil, the winner of Cream Puff, will be here next week. I almost forgot we even had Cream Puff here until I looked inside the new shop the other day. I said, well, we better get this thing up to the shop before Phil gets here and get it cleaned up and get everything all fresh for Phil, because we got some plans for Phil when he gets here, and we want to make sure we're ready for it. All right, well, we're back out here at the CJRaceCars compound, and you can see Dream Custom Homes has been killing it on the house. I think we were out here like 3 weeks ago or a month ago, and they were pouring a slab. I've never personally paid much attention to houses getting built, and I had no idea that they came together this fast. They're really making us race car builders look bad. But yeah, they're getting it done extremely fast. They got all the walls up, the roof up, and from what they're telling me, I think they're gonna have all the interior framing up by the end of next week, which is absolutely crazy. These guys work super hard from before the sun comes up until the sun goes down. They're here every day. So they're making it happen on the house. Really, I haven't even been out here. We've been working on Mullet so much. This is the first time I've seen the house in daylight in probably 2 weeks. So this is exciting for me. Really, I just came to check out the garage. The rest of the house is my wife's. And the fact is, the garage will probably end up being hers too. It's still exciting, very exciting that we're building a house. We've talked about doing this for a really long time. And it's finally happening. So it's super cool to see it come together. And I can't wait for it to be done. I think they said they're gonna have it done by Christmas, which would mean they built this whole house in like 5 months, 4 months, which seems crazy. But be a really good Christmas present. We also got a lot done on the shop. You can go over there and check that out.
Laid down concrete already? It looks great.
Yeah, they got the concrete out here. We added a 20-foot apron around the entire building of the new shop, and we're kind of stopped right there for right now because what we're waiting on is power. We're waiting on a permit for power before we can finish the build out. And the power is a little complicated out here because, well, we already have an existing house. We have another shop already, and then we have this shop plus another shop going back there and a new house. So we have a lot of stuff going on. So between the electrician working on it and Lakeland Electric, it's just been some challenges there, but I think we're really close to having power. And we got to run underground power for like 700 feet. So it's gonna be a little bit of work there, but once we get power in this building, we're gonna be full steam ahead on getting everything set up in here, getting lights, getting air conditioning, getting insulation, getting the floors painted, everything else, because this building for now is going to at least serve as parts inventory, merch inventory, and shipping of both. So it'll be extremely nice. As you know, the last giveaway with the merch, we did extremely well at the beginning when we started shipping some of the multiple item orders. It got a little tougher because we didn't have enough room, and we're down to like very few orders. I think if there's any, there might be like 50 orders left, and we're working to get those out. But this will house all our merch from now on, all our parts from now on. We will not have that problem again, I promise. I try to only have an issue once and learn from it and grow from there. So that's exactly what we're doing with this building. We'll be leaving everything else at the other shop for probably at least another year while we build the other shop over there. For now, merch, parts, inventory, shipping is going to be out of this building, and we're getting very close. Hopefully just the next month or two we'll have power, and the build out should go pretty quick. Nothing crazy, a few walls, a bathroom, and that's about it in here. So shop's coming along good. Probably the end of the year, once the house is done, we'll start on the other building out there, which will be 8,000 square feet, red iron building. And that's where we'll eventually move the fabrication and CNC machines too. So extremely excited to have everything in one place and finally have our own buildings that we do stuff to them. It's ours. Obviously, we started with rented buildings, and you kind of have to do that. You know, when you start a shop, didn't have much to start with, and just kind of the way we had to do it. But I'm extremely excited to finally have our own buildings and know that we're going to be in one place for a very long time, and that you guys are all going to be here to see it happen. And greatly appreciate the support because it helps make it happen.
Do you have an idea of how you want to do the layout in here yet?
So at first I had a few ideas, but now my ideas have kind of changed as our parts stuff continues to pick up over the last few years, and the merch stuff has picked up. We were going to split this building somewhere in the middle and do parts fabrication. So just our wishbones, our anti-roll bars, any of our welded parts on that side. But I think the merch and the parts sales have gotten so busy that this may be dedicated only for inventory and shipping. So this building's about 3,000 square feet. It's 2,950, I think. And I feel like if we put a wall up and we put the parts over there and start getting that area dirty, and then we need that area, it wouldn't be ideal because then we'd have to move the parts either into the other building or back to the shop we have currently. So we may just keep this all clean and parts only. So I think we're not going to split it. Bathroom's going here. Obviously we'll be able to unload forklift stuff, inventory in here, out these doors if we want to. This is something I'm going to keep in here though. I am going to keep that end bay down there for my personal truck. Ooh, this is really exciting. I don't think we've talked about this.
No, what is it?
Might have seen this in the background. This is a Wildfire 4-post lift, but the Wildfire lift, you can actually lift it up and move it around. So it's
the
not
lift itself.
Well, it's not bolted to the ground, right?
Oh.
So I'm extremely excited about this. We got with Wildfire, it's been a long time ago. And they hooked us up with this lift. These lifts are super cool. We were gonna put it up at the other building, but we're kind of in the middle of how we're gonna move. We don't know when we're gonna move, so we didn't want to put it up, tear it down, and I wanted to be here at the house, so we didn't put it together. But this is gonna go up very soon. Shout out the Wildfire lifts. They have been awesome, and I can't wait to get this thing up and show it off. I know a lot of people that have them, and they really like them, so.
And as for the other building, it's probably going to be somewhere over here. Where did you say you wanted it?
That's right, yeah. The other building is gonna be set back pretty much as far as we can set it back. And it's gonna run this way. So we'll be able to pull in here with a semi, make a loop around, get back out. A lot of our deliveries will be with semis, a lot of trucks, trailers, people have rigs. So we wanted to make sure we got it back as far as we could so that we could loop around back there. But that building will probably be 80 by 100. That's the plan now, is do an 80 by 100 building. And Brad Chainless of Chainless Buildings is the one that's gonna do it. That's gonna be a red iron building. So really excited about that. It'll be a little bit taller, a little bit deeper. This building's not as deep, but for merchant parts shipping, it's actually perfect. So, and it gives us room here. We didn't want to go too deep this way and get into that section out there that we need to be able to loop the trucks around. So, yeah, that building will probably, like I said, start the end of this year or beginning of next year. Not 100% sure. You can see we have a million things going on just here, and then we have a million things going on at the shop. So we're just trying to get a few things finalized before we start a whole nother can of worms there.
Was there something wrong with the first template, Danny?
What, this?
Yes.
Oh, it's just square. Now I want to make it kind of flow around these a little bit. This will stay square. This I'll probably round the corner. This is going to have a rounded corner where that piece is missing. Back here, we're not real sure yet until we start, because the hood doesn't go flat. It's up a little bit like this, so I'll probably have to cut some more off of this, round this corner. This will all be kind of filled in here, and it probably just kind of flow out around and then back in here and go around like that and back out. This fitting won't be there, it'll be up here. And then here, when we do the actual hood, the downpipe comes off of this and it goes straight back a little bit and then it starts curving down. So this is back on the hood. You're probably going to have something that looks like that for a hole. Whatever conforms around the pipe as it goes down. It doesn't have to be tight. It's probably going to have like a 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch gap all the way around everything. So it's not like fitting a window that you have zero. When you want a flush mount window, you don't want it. I try to get my fingernail so it can't even go between the window and the body. Here, you want a lot more than that. So it's easier. You can get it close and make it fit, but then you can actually draw what you want to do on the hood and then just cut it, and then it doesn't have to conform to anything. It has to conform to the shape, but not like right tight to it. Scared. Too late now.
Taylor, how much did you say that hood was?
35, 3600.
We're putting holes in it?
Big holes.
Oh, Danny.
$200 piece of hood.
Ooh, that's an idea. Should give these away as souvenirs.
Give them away as souvenirs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, out of a $3,600 hood, that probably is pretty expensive. $3,000. It's $3,000. Still pretty expensive, but
crazy.
really nice hood.
$200 piece of hood.
Yeah. Danny got a really, really close pattern. We spent a good amount of time making sure that pattern was really right before we cut in this hood, because it's an expensive hood and you won't have to do it twice. Once you cut too much, it's not as easy to add back on as it is to take a little off. So wanted to make sure his templates were really good before he cut anything. Well, now he's got this one cut. That one's about to be cut, and we'll see how close it is.
The saw wants to do this when you cut.
When the blade gets dull?
Reason, I'm sure you probably all know this, but the teeth on a saw, you know, go like this. They got set in the teeth. If that wears down and gets pretty flat, saw blade's going to do this. Can't help it. If it stays nice and sharp and it's still got the edges on it, oh, it'll cut pretty straight. But here, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, because it's going to get sanded and dressed up and all that. Yeah, it's not going to go right down right away. Because of this. This side, oh yeah, we got some massaging to do. Well, that's hitting that damn fitting. Turn the fitting.
Take the fitting out.
Oh, there. Swivels. Obviously, this is still. So this side is really, really close.
Perfect. We'll just put a
That
spacer in
side,
there.
yeah, just put a spacer in there. We'll be all right. This is where what you do now is you just look at this and you just draw a line up like this. You cut that, let the hood settle. Then you see what it does. You cut a little more here, cut a little more there until it sits down. Input.
Yeah, no,
I love input.
No, yeah, that's what you can do. All you can do. Just pick the find the center of that.
Find the center. Yeah, that'll be easy enough to do. Just kind of just eyeball
Locate
with
that
this.
the best you can. Yeah.
Yeah, just like right now it's right in line with that hole, that Clico hole.
And then the center's probably here somewhere.
Yeah.
I go.
I am extremely happy with this
Yeah, this
side.
side looks really good.
I mean, this is like
Yeah, that'll be good.
way better than expected. Now, when this goes down, it's probably going to hit this intake right here
A little bit.
a little bit, but basically almost all of the intake plumbing you're not going to see in it, and hardly any, if any.
You know, if you would have used mirrored turbos, this would have been easier.
No, it wouldn't. Mirrored turbos do look good,
They do. They do.
but there's a reason people don't do it, and that is if you trash a turbo at the racetrack, good luck finding the other side maybe if the other guy doesn't have mirrored turbos too.
Yeah.
One side you're going to find easy, the other side you're kind of screwed.
Well, and there's so many different variations of turbos also, it'd be tough.
Listen to me talking about turbos when
Look at that. Danny the Turbo Man.
I don't really know that much about turbos. I know
Dan the Turbo Man.
I know generally how they work, but when it comes to this V-band versus that V-band and this kind of thing, no, I don't have that much experience with that. Yeah, I just want to.
You could probably almost Clico that side. At least that way it's straight.
Yeah, that's what's weird. This looks like it lays down really good. This one here looks like it's like way.
Well, it's way up in the air.
Yeah, I guess it is. All right, let me.
It looks like Danny expected that though, because he made already markings here to prepare for the cut.
That's
turbo.
the general. That's the width plus about 1/8 of an inch on each side of the outside of the V-band flange. That's its widest point. But that's, if you look here, you're probably not going to ever reach that. That right there may not stick out of the hood. If it doesn't, it'll stick out of the hood somewhere up here, which means that line will be all the way over here. So this is where you just cut, fit, and don't overdo it. Do something like this, but I want to be a little more precise than that. But for this cut, we don't need to be that precise. Since that's kind of hard for me to lay up something up there. Well, no, I could probably do that. Let me see.
Well, now that you have your original stuff cut out from the template he made, it's going to be a lot of just on, off, little trim, sand it. It's going to be a lot of that now.
Just hold that up. Yeah. Now you can see that and I can't. So it looks like it's kind of,
I can't see your hand in the way.
you can center off of these lines or center with that line.
It's pretty close.
That's good. Now I got a decent line to follow.
Perfect. That looks good. Got it?
Lift up on it. I got it. Check it and triple check it and make sure you're cutting where you think you want to cut. Because believe me, if you think you can rush it, you might not like it. This is something you could not see when you make a pattern.
What do you mean, Danny?
You don't really know where it's at. But when you sit it down, then you see right where it is.
Either way, the only thing all we're going to be able to get mad is a measure. Right? Just you just know they are open.
Yeah. Or we can hook them up.
Yeah, but either way, that's even if you hook them up, you need to know like then however much they open, that's how much we're gonna drop. That's just a measure. You know what I'm saying? We can put them on there, but if you know it's a 8-inch stroke, and you put the rear right height, and you put 8 inches.
I got you. I got you. I'm
That's the
tracking.
only that's the only thing we really need to know. But yeah, well, let me go check.
Yeah, I got this side tight, which is good. And when you're all said and done, you're probably going to wind, if you can get an 1/8 of an inch all the way around everything and it falls on and off real easy, that's fine. If you got to cut it open 1/4 of an inch here, more than this and that, to get it on, fine. The 1/4 inch gap versus an 1/8 inch gap versus 3/8 of an inch gap around this stuff doesn't really matter that much. It's whatever makes the hood able to come off without fighting it. It's like right here, I'm tight. It's tight against that V-band clamp. But you got plenty of room up here. And actually this is probably going to go back to where that won't be tight. Right now we're hitting hard right there. So what I need now is this. That's good. Height-wise, I think we're pretty good. I can fudge that when I cut it to center.
Once we do this, we'll just yank that thing apart.
Yeah, it's getting closer.
Need my help, Nathan?
Huh?
Need my help?
No, I'm good.
It almost looks like it's going to be really close to the top, Danny.
That's fine. We'll just keep going wherever we got to go.
Getting better?
Yeah, it's lined up pretty good, but now we just got to go straight up with it.
Straight up with it, yeah.
I'll bet we got to go up well over a 1/2 inch, maybe more than that. But that's a good point right there. Yeah, you can hold the hood up if you want to. Make it. I want to make it another one. I'll make this clear. This is going to have to come back a little bit.
Yeah, because eventually that'll probably have to get a tiny.
That's going to get probably something
little
that looks
bit.
like this in it.
Yeah.
This here needs to probably come back about at least 1/3 of an inch down through here, and then just kind of come across like this. Let me mark that. It's close.
It never understands the pain.
I see what you were talking about with the V-band, Danny.
Yeah, V-band still may have to get clearance a little bit right here. I don't think it's going to have to get clearance out here. This thing's landing really hard on one of these bolts right here, but that's no big deal. this is going to have to get notched back in here somehow for the downpipe to clear. That's another one of those things where you just put the downpipe on it, put the hood back on it, and just start cutting. But I know y'all are going to see this don't line up. That's because the hood is made small a little bit. So what we have to do is they'll just add to that. When they fix all this back here and bring this back to the window and do all that and add to it, they'll just add a strip here like that, you know, and then final sand it so it fits the body line. And
But you're happy with the fitment overall?
it's 95% or 98% there. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it took a little while to do it, but you got to take your, you can't just start cutting, because what if you cut about a quarter inch too far somewhere? I can't, you know, yeah, you can put it back, but that's never as good. I might have, I'll have some areas I know where I'll take out a little bit to match another area, but for the time being, it goes on. It goes on nice too, so that's what's important.
Danny's got the hood on up front. Looks
Danny's got
really,
the hood. Looks-
really
It
good.
does look really good. The only thing I think now left is put the V-band on the compressor side, on the passenger side, and then put the downpipes on. There's gonna be just a tiny bit where the downpipes go, so not a lot. Again, you want to fit a little at a time, because trying to take a swing at all that at once is a project. So what he did is perfect. Now he's just got a little tiny bit of trim here and here, and I think we got us a hood that fits, which is cool. And the cool thing is that's like, when we started this build, I said I would never do that. I'd never put the turbos out the hood. Talked to Jamie Miller, talked to a bunch of people a lot smarter than me when it comes to tuning cars and really what makes them work, you know, and stuff like that. Jamie's tuned, I don't know how many cars that have set records and won championships. So he said with the motor that far forward, me and him went back and forth about engine height, turbo placement, and that kind of stuff. And he said because the engine's so far forward, he thought the turbos would do better up high, because it would transfer a little bit better. So that's what we did. We put them up high, and honestly, it's kind of cool. It's like iconic Mullet. Wouldn't be Mullet without the turbos, right, out the top. Obviously, when we built Eagle, it's a race car, so it didn't have to like live up to a name. But Mullet was a car; it's a character, and the turbos out the hood is one of the biggest things of that character. How many cars do you see, especially before Mullet, before Leroy, with the turbos up high? You didn't see any. So it's kind of cool that we left the turbos out high like that, and it's a running joke with Cletus. How does he know if they're there if he can't see them? So he'll be able to see them just like he was before. They're a tiny bit lower, I think, than they were before, like compared to the engine, but the engine's a little higher. So they're about the same distance out of the hood as they were before, and actually almost the same placement. That wasn't on purpose, it just kind of happened like that. So, excited to see it, but Danny's killing it.
Another fitment test, Taylor?
No, trying to get this thing out of here now. To
Okay.
do the hole and then a line up and down for the tab.
Okay, when I put the line up there now, what do you mean the hole?
The hole in the tab.
Oh, I'll draw a line, and that'll be where the actual brake line's going to go.
Yeah, where I rotate it this way.
Yeah, the line is probably going to be like probably like center.
That's fine.
So you can just kind of, I can fudge that line.
Okay.
I mean, I can fudge the brake line.
And then a line
yeah,
up and down wherever you want to put it.
Where would you like to have the line come out? The actual line that goes down.
I don't care.
Okay, so probably going to wind up putting the tab about here, because that'll put the hose about here.
Okay.
Now, is it to the advantage of having it farther away from you and your roll bar mount, or not?
I don't think so.
I can make it up here,
Because the
I can make it
arms
back there.
Because the arms are in here.
All right, yeah, I'll just put it there.
Okay.
I'll make a mark,
Okay.
and then over there I'll make a mark on that one.
All right.
And that's this.
Okay.
That's going to be for the rear section brake line, Danny?
Yeah, I can't do the rear brake line until this sheet metal is in. Because when this sheet metal goes in, that determines where I poke my hole for my bulkhead because I have a little piece of tubing, a little jig bent up. All of our chassis right in this area here are pretty much always the same. So I've got a little pre-bent piece that I've got that I can lay right up along this tube, and it kind of goes around this, and then it comes out, and I just, wherever that tube lines up here, I put a mark on the sheet metal, poke a hole in it, and that's where the fitting comes through, the bulkhead fitting.
Okay.
So I can't make the line till that's done. But I know about where it's going to go.
Small tire one too?
Take it apart?
Yeah, you want me to do both of them?
Can, yeah. So they're ready to go. We might as well put them over there. They're all welded. The tabs are welded good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well just have
I'm pretty sure I did both of them.
Yeah.
I welded them, so that should be fine.
Yep.
All right.
I think so.
So what's happening to the rear end now, Taylor?
We're gonna take it apart, get it ready for powder. So I'll yank the hubs off, take the third member out, pull the studs out, and we'll get it on a pallet along with the small tire rear end and get it ready for powder.
So the rear end also gets parts of it.
Yes.
Is that the finish it comes in from the manufacturer? Just on raw finish?
Yeah, you can get them raw, or you can, Marty will powder coat them whatever color, or even put a clear powder coat on it. But I think we're gonna go black. We're going black?
Yeah, that's black.
Satin black with this one. And the small tire rear end.
Well, maybe not.
That's exactly what you wanted, Danny.
Yeah, maybe a little bit right there. I got, yeah, it's gonna rub it, but it's not gonna keep the hood, I don't think, from going where it wants to go. I'll put that pipe on it, and we'll see.
That'll work.
Is that basically the mounting bracket for the wing itself?
Yeah, it'll get broke in the front. I'm gonna trim it to fit the back so it can weld flush around the back, and then I'll double step this a little over 1/8 thick, and then I'll single step this so that when the carbon goes in, everything's flush. So be a little bit of work to make this work, but it makes it really nice. We do the same thing with our cars with a deck lid, except for we have a deck lid, we cut it short and then step the deck lid. So kind of gonna act the same way, just a truck.
Progress.
Progress all the time, thankfully. It's a Saturday, and we've got a lot done this week. This is gonna be the last video before powder coat. I feel like Groundhog Day saying. I've been saying that for a while. But honestly, this car is just, it's different than anything we've built, and we wanna make it perfect. It's very hard to not really worry about all the details. It's just kind of what we do. So it's taken as long as it takes. All the guys, I don't think Danny's had a day off in 20 something days. Taylor had same, myself the same. So we just want to make it perfect, and that's why it's not a powder coat yet. But we are very, very close to taking this thing all the way apart, taking it to powder coat. Again, this hood that Danny just dialed in, which is really nice. We weren't even going to do this till after powder coat. We weren't going to do all the window lips till after powder coat. But we're finalizing that stuff now, so we're kind of just giving up some days in the front to have some extra days in the back, or vice versa. So it's not a powder coat yet, but there's a lot of little things we're finishing up now that won't have to be done after powder coat, so the assembly will go quicker, because as soon as we get it back from powder coat, we've got to get this thing together extremely quick. We have to get it to Devon if we have any chance of making FL2K, and that's the goal. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna keep pushing. And I thought about, I don't know, let me know in the comments what you guys think, but we thought about when we get it back from powder coat, since it's gonna be kind of crazy for about 5 or 6 days putting this thing together for wiring, doing a video every day, like a vlog style video on just how we're coming, how's the progress, are we gonna make it? Because when we did Eagle, Well, we kind of dropped the ball at the end because we couldn't make videos. We had to worry about working on the car. Now that we have Andrew can make videos and let you guys know how we're doing every day. But I don't want to just post videos if you guys don't want to watch them. So let us know what you guys think about that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.